Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse. Today, Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. Yes, there's developments on the Trump docket. Yesterday, the prosecutors of Alvin Bragg, in the form of Mr. Colangelo, wrote in to say that they don't. It's entirely up to the judge whether he should delay the September 18th sentencing. And they kind of telegraphed that maybe it's a good idea because they said Judge Merchan is due to rule on September 16th on the Trump filings about the immunity decision, and then the sentencing would be 2 days later. If he appealed and asked for a stay, they said it would cause disruption because of all the preparations to get the court ready. So they said it's entirely up to the judge. We'll see what happens. I think maybe September 18th is not the date, but we'll have to see. Yesterday, as predicted, George Santos did plead guilty out on Long Island to the key. Aggravated identity theft he pled to has a minimum sentence of 2 years consecutive to any other sentence. So as Breon Peace said out there, they didn't take any questions, but there were 5 speakers. He said he'll serve at least 2 years. In fact, he can't appeal any sentence of 95 months or less. So let's see what happens. That'll be in February 2025, though. On the crypto front, we have another Menendez thing, but first on the crypto front, we yesterday covered the in-person status conference of the Pereira Bueno brothers. These young brothers stole, according to the prosecutors, $25 million from the Ethereum blockchain. They dispute it, and they say they've got some complex motions coming, but their trial has been set for October 14th, 2025. Now, Menendez, we've got some background. The Menendez had a deadline yesterday to file for a new trial, for an acquittal or in the alternative for a new trial. And he did do it. And his grounds, among many others, is that the prosecutors flaunted the speech or debate clause, and therefore it requires vacatur. There were also similar requests from Davies and Will Hanna. So all of them have requested a new trial or in the alternative, acquittal or in the alternative a new trial. We'll see. Judge Stein will be ruling on those forthwith. We'll have to see. Now, we're going to turn. There's a lot of other cases here, and I covered some in the Mad Court. There was a guy who tried to plead guilty to black market HIV drugs, but he didn't really understand the guilty plea. He was told the maximum is 5 years, and he's like, "Yeah, that's the maximum, but I'm pleading guilty. I'm going to get less, right?" And the judge said, "No, you can still get 5." So they went out into the hall, and ultimately the plea was called off. You can find that on Inner City Press. You can also find on Inner City Press. This is troubling. Now, the UN, of course, is failing on Gaza, failing on Ukraine, failing on everything else. And one of the things that it does is to try to data dump the far too many, sexual abuse cases against their peacekeepers. So on Friday, they bare bones, with no other information, said that there's an allegation of sexual assault by a UN peacekeeper in Lebanon, a real hotspot in the world, UNIFIL, of July 2024, so just last month. This is not an old case. So as we prepared to ask, it was released on Friday afternoon. So as we do every weekday morning, yesterday morning, prepared to send in our question to the spokesman, Stefan Dujarric, to ask, what has been done for the victim and why is there no nationality of the perpetrator? But lo and behold, the UN website that recounts sexual abuse cases was itself down with no explanation, and it had a long error code. So in our question to Stefan Dujarric and to many other people at the United Nations was, what's up with you not even maintaining your public-facing database of UN rapes? And you know what? There's been no answer. That's your tax money at work. Rapists, unaccountable, censorship, failure. But we will not cease. We will continue to pursue freedom of the press, not only in the courts, but also at the United Nations. To be continued, Inner City Press.